Some people misunderstand power. The president of the HOA down the road thought her clipboard and community title gave her the right to override the Constitution. She believed that her neighborhood's vision of peace let her ban gun ownership on surrounding properties, including my ranch, which has never been part of the HOA. And when she called private security, entered my barn, and confiscated my locked firearms while I was out, that's when things got very real. Lawyers, sheriffs, federal agents, and one HOA president facing charges she'll never walk away from. Background: ranch life and responsible ownership. I live on a 35-acre working ranch in the county, not city limits, not under HOA jurisdiction. I have hunting licenses, a federal background check, a locked biometric safe, and legal ownership of 3 rifles and 1 shotgun, used strictly for livestock protection and wild predators. I'm a veteran, a lifelong hunter, and I've always obeyed the law. So when I moved in across the ridge from a community called Green Hollow Estates, I didn't think twice about my rights. Turns out, they did. Karen, the Constitution expert. Green Hollow's HOA president, Linda, made herself known quickly. She showed up one day with her manicured finger pointing and a printed brochure. "We've reviewed your property details and want to formally notify you that weapons of any kind are banned within Green Hollow's protection zone. I'm not part of your HOA. You can't dictate what I do on my land. Our guidelines extend to adjacent properties that visually affect the community environment. That's not how laws work." She leaned in. "We don't recognize the Second Amendment here. This is a peaceful community." I laughed, not because it was funny, but because I realized she believed it. Then came the break-in. I left town for 2 days to help a friend move. When I returned, my gate lock had been cut, barn doors open, feed shed rummaged, and my gun cabinet missing. I rushed inside. Security footage was gone, camera ripped out. I called the sheriff immediately. He arrived in 30 minutes. I explained everything. He asked, "Any idea who might have done this?" I said, "Linda from Green Hollow Estates. She threatened to disarm me for the good of the neighborhood." He blinked, then said, "You're going to want to come with me." The shocking discovery. The deputy and I drove straight to the HOA clubhouse. Sure enough, inside a locked supply closet, we found my missing gun safe, cut open, rifles laid out on a folding table, with sticky notes labeled, "To be dismantled." Linda showed up mid-investigation. "Those weapons are not legal under our code. We had to intervene." The deputy stepped forward. "Ma'am, that's burglary. That's theft of federally regulated property. That's felony-level interference." She replied, "We're a sovereign HOA. The Second Amendment doesn't override community standards." He radioed for backup. The legal fallout. Linda was arrested on the spot, charged with breaking and entering, theft, tampering with federally tracked firearms, and violating civil liberties under color of law. The FBI got involved due to firearm seizure without authority. The court ordered full restitution, stripped the HOA of its private enforcement authority, and shut down their private security contracts permanently. Linda, sentenced to 18 months probation, 6 months house arrest, and permanently banned from holding a leadership role in any HOA. What I did after. I installed new perimeter fencing, full motion detection, cloud-based surveillance, and posted this sign: "Private ranch, constitutional rights enforced. HOA rules not welcome." And under it, "Break in again and the court will hit you harder than I ever could." Final thoughts. She thought her HOA bylaws were more powerful than the Bill of Rights. She thought her definition of peace justified breaking into a ranch and seizing locked legal firearms. But she forgot, this is still America, and no clipboard overrides the Constitution.